Autumn in Indiana, with all its corn and pumpkins, really inspires a storyteller to make up some good old-fashioned ghost stories. Let's head over to the old Stanley Schoolhouse and see what we can conjure up. We got to the schoolhouse, and as I opened my door, I found a stick on the ground. I found a divining rod. It was on the floor, on the ground, just like the wand that was underneath my car. I found it right here by the bell. I wonder if it's going to help me find water. Oh, hey. Well, it definitely helped me find water because it's right in front of me. But can it help me find the Hoosier Parlangua? Oh my God, I hear something. What is it? Oh my God, oh my God. We were filming. We saw this big old gang of turkey vultures in the sky in the east of us. It was pretty creepy. On September 18th, the Stanley Schoolhouse hosted an event titled Life as It Used to Be. Eddie and I attended the event, and this is what we learned. But can you just tell me a little bit about what you are doing here today?
Okay, well, we're doing a quilting demonstration for kids, and we're showing them how this is a hand quilted quilt, and then we're showing them the layers here and how you put a top, a batting, and a backing together, and then how they're stitched with a running stitch to do the quilting on it. Then we have these samples that they're using burlap and getting to try doing the running stitches. And then what we're giving out is some little 4 patches that are rice packs, so you can use them for hot and cold packs. Then we have some of the like old sewing utensils, the irons. Oh, we got a little breeze. Mm-hmm. And then in this picture here, we have a picture of a quilt that was made by a lady who lived on a farm that became part of the Chain of Lakes State Park. So that's how we're tying the quilting in with the actual park, because she was a quilter. She had one of the old-fashioned hand wooden quilt frames, and that's what she made hers from. But while the kids are here, they get to try the hands-on doing some stitching and look at the utensils, and then they have pictures of the various quilt blocks. That's what's in here. Pictures of all the different kinds of quilt blocks that you can make, and then they have coloring pages that they can color them.
I ended up not being able to use the quilting segment in the Hoosier Parlangua story, but it reminded me of a great scary quilt story from 1988. There used to be a TV show called Friday the 13th, and that's not to be confused with the movies of the same name. Season 1, episode 19 was titled The Quilt of Hathor. And it was all about this Amish-style community that had a haunted quilt. You can find bootleg copies of it on YouTube. I noticed that the shell of a turtle is divided into 13 sections, It just happens to correspond with 13 full moons in a year. Imagine that. Some Native American tribes have used the turtle's back as a form of calendar to demark the passage of time. The two tribes that were common to Albion, Indiana were the Potawatomi and the Miami. Now, this book does not include tales from every single tribe throughout North America, but it does have one from the Potawatomi tribe. For second moon, they have Baby Bear Moon. Long ago, a small child was lost in the snow. We thought she had frozen, but when spring came again, she was seen with a mother bear and her small cubs. She had slept all through the winter with them, and from then on, the bears were her family and her friends. When we walked by on our snowshoes, we will not bother a bear or her babies. Instead, we think how those small bears are like our children. We let them dream together. Since we are on the 10th full moon of 2021, I'm going to read 10th moon, which comes from the Cherokee Nation. And it is Moon of Falling Leaves. Long ago, the trees were told they must stay awake 7 days and nights, but only the cedar, the pine, and the spruce stayed awake until that 7th night. The reward they were given was to always be green, while all the other trees must shed their leaves. So each autumn, the leaves of the sleeping trees fall. They cover the floor of our woodlands with colors as bright as the flowers that come with the spring. The leaves return the strength of one more year's growth to the earth. This journey the leaves are taking is part of the great cycle, which holds us all close to the earth. In the Cherokee story about the trees, it talked about the spruce, the cedar, and the pine. We have absolutely no evergreen trees right here. I don't see any. No spruce, no pine, no cedar, no Douglas fir. When we started making this video, it was November of 2020. And then we went back in September of 2021 to finish it. And by the time we had gotten there to finish it, the lightning tree that was in front of it had been taken down, and there is now a stump and a child-sized bench in front of the school. That wraps up this YouTube video with the outtakes of the Hoosier Parlangua story. If you would like even more bonus footage, please join my Patreon platform at patreon.com/rivervine. Stay spooky, everyone.